No, I hear nothing. There is
So,
just random noises.
so ladies and gentlemen, here we have Sonia, our administrator. She is the girl behind the scene doing all the stuff with the invoicing and the associations and answering all the questions for the trainers when they have problems. I try. So, Sonia, how are you today?
Good, thanks. Glad to be out and about and actually seeing a bit of Spain and Madrid. And not just the convention room.
Had been very stressful days in the last days.
It has been quite busy the last few weeks, the build up to this, but it's finally here and it's exciting to be here and to be a part of it. So it's good to see all the planning coming into action, coming into being, yeah.
So how long had you been planning this convention?
Oh gosh, I think we hit the ground running probably beginning of December. Yeah, and it's just been non-stop since then.
So it was not a long time, yeah?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everything...
But with teamwork it all happened, eh? We all worked together, we put in the hours, and yeah, this is the result.
And when is the time for you to relax?
Hopefully on my flight back home, because once I get home, there's lots of queries that members have asked and things that I need to look into. So I've committed to respond within the first few days of me being back home.
So on the next days, a lot of work for you, delegates meeting, trainers meeting.
Absolutely. Lots of the voting takes place now. That's an integral part of the General Assembly as a whole. So we're busy setting up the voting election body, the ballot papers, all electronic obviously, but we need to make sure that the system is approved by our parliamentarians. So we yeah.
So hybrid voting also.
Hybrid voting also.
Wow, that sounds great.
The first time for WFTGA as well. Yeah. This is just many of firsts for us. So yeah.
For a lot of us, it's the first time. But you're doing a great job, Sonia. Thank you for all your help and all your work.
It's been more than a pleasure. I've enjoyed it. So thank you.
That's good. So now let's focus. I would say we walk into the sun, because there we also can wait. Here we can also wait in the sun. And let's check who is there. I see a few more delegates waiting, or participates already waiting, doing social media pictures.
The way it is, you can hear. So the train station is just 5 minutes from here. Supposedly there was a branch to get the Queen. I'm talking about 19th century. Queen Elizabeth II. In Spain, only 2 queens, 2 Elizabeth.
Very easy.
The first one, the Catholic one, the one who sponsored this sailor coming from Italy. Italy didn't exist at that time. Christopher Columbus. And the second one in the middle of the 19th century. This was her favorite palace. And so there was the branch, so 1850, the second train station in Spain. Well, actually it was the third, because the first one was in Cuba, the latest colony with the Philippines. Philip the second. So the sun never set, because we were waking up in Europe, having lunch in America, going to sleep in the Philippine Islands. That's the idea. The sun never set at the time of Philip II. So the former palace, built in the 16th century, this is, you see the clock tower? There is a small chapel inside. But in the 18th century, King Philip V, our current king, Philip VI. So no more Philips since the beginning of the 18th century until 21st century. Well, Alphonse we have a lot. 13 Alphonse. Not lucky. I'm not. After Alphonse the 13th, we have the Second Republic. But we are a very bad republic.
Year, Second Republic year.
Year 1931, 1936, the beginning of this terrible civil war. So, okay, we go little by little. We are going to see the Royal Palace. So, as Susana told us, when Philip II fixed the capital in Madrid, he was kind of missing this itinerary code. So King Philip II fixed the capital in Madrid and built 4 more palaces around Madrid to spend in a countryside much better than the city. This was used in springtime because at the end of June it's too hot. This is important. In Spain, the sun has a name. It's Lawrence. Lawrence. So Lawrence is heating at the end of June. That's why our royals, they move to the north, going up and down this range of mountains, Guadarrama, and in the Segovia you are visiting, there was the summer palace. Fall season, autumn season, they went back to Madrid, the southern skirt of the mountains, and stay in El Escorial, the monastery of El Escorial. In winter, they go to the closest palace. We cannot visit it because, you know, it's called the Pardo. We don't mix up with the Pardo and Prado. Prado, meadows. Pardo is this kind of brown, grayish. The Pardo Palace, 6 kilometers from Madrid. It's the place where actually currently our royal live, in a smaller palace called Zarzuela. Don't try to read it, it's so difficult. Zarzuela, very Spanish. And in the Pardo Palace is for the official visitors. So now it's busy because I think it's coming a president of, I don't remember which country, you know, the official visitors. So, winter, Pardo Palace, Christmas, Madrid, go back to Pardo, and Easter, they move to Aranjuez. Let's go to see the... So this limestone is a local quarry, this limestone, like the fountain of Cibeles we have seen, Neptune and everything. In Madrid, we use the granite, gneiss stone from north, from the mountains, and this limestone. On this part, we are using as the exit. We'll see the Royal Chapel. And this part, there was the theater that it's never been finished because the artists, Italian artists, they were working of the theater, Royal Theater. He went to Italy and never came back, so we never use it. But during the Franco's period, I remind you the dates, the end of the Civil War, 1939, until Franco's death, 1975, this area, this section of the palace, was used for as ambassador's residence. The function that now is doing the Pardo Palace, ambassadors. So, bathroom and everything, 16s, fashion, all fashion.
Yes, dear colleagues in the internet, we are now going inside the palace, so no filming inside the palace, but I'll promise we are back when we are coming to the amazing garden outside. Then we are back. So see you later.